Hey guys, what's going on? Rebel Forged here, bringing you some Battlefield 3 Conquest gameplay on the map Carg Island. Now this one here is just the regular Conquest with the 4 flag points, not the large Conquest. It was just part of the map rotation, I guess. Normally I play on the large Conquest. I like the ability to be more spread out on the map, and it's a 32-man server, so it plays pretty well just at regular Conquest as well. So today I'm using the engineer kit, and I'm using the Scar H. Not a gun that I really use that often. I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't like the slow fire rate. It just wasn't my cup of tea. It does have a small magazine size with only 20 bullets, but it definitely makes up for it in the damage department. And I decided I'm going to start working on some of the assignments for the camos. It was not really something I was interested in for getting the camos, but of late I found myself kind of becoming uninterested in playing Battlefield, and I think it was just because I wasn't playing for a reason. I mean, there's always the reason to win the game, but with the assignments, it kind of helps you give you a reason to keep playing because you want to unlock stuff. So I figured that's what I do, just to try to get myself back into Battlefield and to use some of the guns that I don't normally use. You know, I wasn't a big fan when they came out with it because it was kind of the same guns over and over for camos. There wasn't really much variety. You know, I would have liked it better if they would have had the assignments for other guns that people don't normally use, and to be different from the first batch of assignments. And I'm pretty sure it's all the same guns. The L96, the Pecheneg, Scar H. I don't know what else they had. There's the F2000. But, you know, I don't use the F2000. It is a great gun, but I don't use it that much. Scar H I didn't use. Pecheneg I like. I use that from time to time. But, you know, I would have liked to seen something else. Different camos for different guns. Not the same old guns, but the last couple of nights I've been using the Scar H, and I've been liking it a little better because it does have a little bit of slower fire rate. The recoil is very easy to manage. One thing that's hard to get, I find hard to get, is the mine kills. I've been having a hard time with that. I think I only got one this game, and I know there's kind of different ways that you can do it to unlock it easier, but you know, a lot of the unlocks, especially like the C4 and the mine ones, can be kind of, you can do it in a douchey kind of way, and I really don't want to do that. Or not C4, it's just that Claymores. I hate using Claymores. Not that I have anything wrong with the Claymore, it's just that I don't like them in this game. They're very hard to see. They're almost impossible to see. I think it would have been a little better if they would have had the laser lights coming off the Claymores, and it could be a little more visible. So it's a little harder to use. You got to be a little sneakier with them. I mean, I don't know how many times I ran up a stairwell and, you know, right in the middle of the stairwell was a Claymore and you can't see it at all and it kills you. And I know what you're probably thinking, you know, you should be spotting your area before you run up, and yeah, I kind of agree with that, but you know, that really slows down the gameplay when you got to stop every 5 feet just to try to spot the Claymores that are impossible to see. So I don't know, I don't think any of the I'm pretty sure none of the DICE developers actually did these assignments. They would have found out pretty quick this is a pretty dumb way to play the game. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm hoping it just invigorates me to play a little more Battlefield and to get some unlocks and some camos. Not probably, like I said, I probably won't use them at all. I'm fine with just the plain camo, but that's just me. Some people really like the camos, but just something to get me back in and playing the game again. And I decided to go with some Conquest because I normally play Rush. I play a lot of Rush, but I do like Conquest gameplay. Yeah, if you get the right kind of teams. And for this map here, anytime that I deploy on the American side, one thing I never do is I never try to cap D. I don't find it a very fun way to play the game. For most part, most of this game we did have control. I like to hover in between B and C, just because I'm an infantry player, and I find it's a lot closer lot more closer action going on there. But I leave D alone. You know, it's good to give your opponents somewhere to spawn. It's very easy to spawn trap them if you cap D and you have every other flag. It's hard for them to get out of their deployment, and I just find I get very bored that way. You know, you get so many engineers sitting there with javelins, and I don't know, it's just boring to me. It's like everyone's fighting to get a kill. I'd rather just, you know, let the guys out of deployment, and let's have a real battle. You know what I mean? A little bit more spread out in the map. I don't want to camp up in the building and just wait for tanks to roll out, or a chopper, so I can shoot them down. That's boring. It's not fun. And usually if I end up in games like that, I'll do one of two things. I'll either go hang out at the farthest flag, or if I can, I'll try to switch a team. I'll try to switch teams and just go on the other team. It all depends. Like if they're spawn trap like severely bad, I don't know. Sometimes very rarely I'll just leave the game if that's it. I'd just rather not play it at all. You know, I'd rather give them somewhere to spawn, somewhere to come out and play the game. It doesn't make it fun for them, doesn't make it fun for me, so, you know, I don't see the enjoyment in everybody always wanting to spawn camp. I see it quite a bit. See it in the videos and stuff like that, and it just bores me. I just stop watching the video if it becomes a spawn fest camp. And some of these maps can be kind of easy to spawn cap in, and mostly like in the smaller maps. But anyway, it's just not how I like to play the game. And I had an interesting conversation last night with a good friend of mine, and we talked about Battlefield in general for YouTube. And you know, the question he asked me was, do you find Battlefield is getting stale on YouTube? And I was like, yeah, I've definitely been thinking that for a while. It's hard to find different kind of videos, I find, for Battlefield on YouTube. A lot of the times, like I've seen so many weapon reviews that you think I'd know every weapon offhand and every stat, but I mostly don't pay attention to it, just because for me, when I use a gun, you know, I want to see how it feels for me, how I play it. I don't find taking someone's word on how the gun works is going to work the same for you. Some of the information is valuable, I won't lie, like some of the recoil patterns and stuff like that. If you have a hard time figuring out those kind of things, it can be useful for you. But you know, I don't know how many times I've seen a gun review on the AEK. Yeah, how to recoil I mean, get into a game, use the gun, figure it out. And that's part of the fun of gaming, I find. Like I want to figure it out for myself. I don't want somebody telling me how I should be using a gun. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gun reviews, and it seems to be quite popular in Battlefield, and it seems to bring a lot of traffic to people's channels. You know, there's a few people on YouTube that do it very well, very statistically, if that's what you like. And you know, for me, like I watch a lot of videos, and you know, that's what I like about YouTube. It's enjoyment for me, but I'm only going to watch so many people do gun reviews, and there's going to be certain people that I like to watch doing gun reviews, and you know, I'm not going to really pay much attention to anybody else that does a gun review. You know, it's different when you're doing kind of like a gun review, and you just kind of mention how, like I did early in the video, what I thought about the gun, and that was it. You know, very short, very simple, why I like it, why I don't like it, and what I use on it. This gun, obviously I'm using a Halo sight and heavy barrel. That's it. That's what I like using. For more open maps, I don't use a foregrip. So there's my gun review. Done. But anyway, I think part of the reason why it's kind of getting stale, everybody, you know, there's a lot of people are playing close quarters. A lot of people don't like close quarters. Everybody's kind of waiting for, a lot of people are waiting for Armored Kill. And when that DLC comes out, there's going to be, I'm sure, tons of video. Tons and tons of videos. It's, you know, and I think that's what people thrive off of. They want to know, they want to see all the new stuff. It's hard to watch videos with the vanilla maps and have something interesting to tell the community. So when Armored Kill comes out, sure, there's going to be a flood of Battlefield videos. People will be searching for Battlefield. And you know, typically the games are longer. They're bigger games, so it's a total different. You know, 5 minute gameplay. You know, you can pump those out no problem, but that's just the way Battlefield is. So sometimes it's a little harder being a little more creative with it, and there's so many people that make videos now, so it's a hard area to get into, hard to get your videos populated. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the game there. I had a pretty good game. It's went 25-9, you know, playing the objective like normal. I ended up with the MVP, so, you know, that's good. Got promoted, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys think, what you like to see in Battlefield videos. I'm a big fan of cinematic montages. There's some really good ones out there, and I find they look beautiful, and that's the kind of videos I like watching. But leave some comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again.